Where should I hold it?
What do you want to see?
Me.
Do you want your hair?
It's just making a YouTube video.
Yeah, you're in the middle of it right now.
Okay. Am I still in the middle of it?
No, you're not. You need to go down.
I'll move it with my hand. There?
Yeah.
Can you check one more time?
That's good.
Okay. Oh gosh. Try not to look into the flash too long. You did?
What?
Okay. Oh, you gotta be concerned about what the fuck. Okay. I've had an epiphany. One that should have been obvious to me earlier, but you know, things are coming to light. I say as I stare into a light. It's very dark in the room that I'm in, so I had Drew help me set up the arrangement of this so I can just use flash. Anyways, I digress. As I branch off from the current task that I'm working on with my therapist of addressing the urge that I have to fix other people's problems and other people as a whole and other situations that I'm not a direct party to. Something that I've not realized I have to come to accept and appreciate is that it is okay to redirect away from conversations that make me feel icky. The reason why I use the word icky and not just uncomfortable is because I don't mind discomfort. I think in discomfort there's many opportunities for growth, but for me, icky is like unproductive discomfort. Like that's what it feels like to me when I use that word. Kind of like discomfort that comes from being aware. Like when I think of my situations, is becoming aware of like a darkness in other people that they acknowledge but don't seek to improve. And I think, you know, going along with the urge that I mentioned to try to fix it whatever in me, whenever I was having a conversation with someone and it started encroaching on icky territory, I would kind of just endure the ickiness because I thought, or maybe I somehow convinced myself that allowing myself to be open in these moments, not necessarily open, to continue engaging conversations in these territory was somehow helping the individual I was speaking with because I wanted to fix them. But I mean, problems can't be fixed if they go unacknowledged, or if they're acknowledged but not worked on. Like if no effort's put in to rectify or resolve whatever issue there is. So going back to ickiness, just feeling like anyways, the purpose of this video is to say when I have to remind myself, now that I've come to learn this, it's okay when I get that feeling to just either subtly or not so subtly um, disengage. So tools that I've learned is redirecting the conversation subtly would be like taking part of the conversation, and the part that's icky, just either um, taking a safer part of it and like asking more about that, or sharing, oh, that reminds me of, and then like tell something, like talk about something that veers away from whatever's icky. If that doesn't work, um, a less subtle thing, but still polite. Not that it's necessary to be polite in these situations, but I mean, if you can, there's no reason to just escalate beyond it. But another thing that I can do is say something like, hey, do you mind if we talk about something else? Or, yeah, I think that's the first thing that, yeah, would you mind talking about something else? And if there's pushback, just say, I don't feel comfortable talking about this right now, or unless, um, but that's not really abrasive. I was going to say a less confrontational or abrasive, but I don't know, a more tiptoey approach could just be, I would prefer to talk about something else, leave out discomfort. I'm just giving options for people if they're still, not past the phase of fearing confrontation. I've gotten better about that, but I understand deeply those who haven't reached that point yet. And I don't mean that as a slight. It's just their steps basically, and people are on different numbers. They're on a different numbered step. Um, yeah, these are just some options along the way. Um, and then, progressing, towards less subtle could be like, if there's still pushback, is I feel like my boundaries are not being respected in this moment. If that continues to happen, I would just rather not engage in conversation with you, or simply saying, I think I'm done with this conversation, or I'm done with this conversation. You don't say I think, you being me, or you, if you're taking this honest advice for yourself. But that's something I have to play around with, and as I put it into practice in different scenarios, just being aware of what I'm not taking into consideration too much. I did a little bit, but the different reactions I might get. I touched on verbal reactions, but I didn't really, go into thinking about the emotional reaction that those responses might receive. But I feel prepared in handling it, even though I don't believe I'm fully confident that I would handle it 100% well. But I mean, that's, quite the standard to expect myself to meet ever. So I'm not afraid to learn as I go. Just um, take the losses with the wins. Staring into the splash is making me see little floaties. Um, yeah, but throwing in a little life update into that is, I'm doing well. My medicine dosage was changed. One of my pills was doubled on my, it's like mood stabilizer slash antidepressant, and then I was added a medicine again for anxiety or panic attacks. But this time, instead of a tablet, I was given a capsule because it's faster acting. I've been taking that one just once in the morning every day, and I've noticed that's been very helpful for me, especially since I struggle to identify my anxiety because it's become so normalized in my life that it is hard for me to even be able to acknowledge its existence until it's gone, which is something that I repeat often in many of my videos. So, with all that said, I hope I didn't move the phone into a weird angle where like most of my face is out, or I don't know. I guess I'll find out in a moment. But yeah.